Have you ever been in a situation where you think you may need a lawyer, but you weren't sure whether or not to call a lawyer? Well, there's some scenarios where you probably can go it alone. You don't need an attorney. But I'm going to go over five situations where you probably do want to call an attorney just in case you run into these types of scenarios. My name is Sean Smith, and I'm with Teach Legal and the Smith Law Firm. And let's talk about five different uh, scenarios or situations where you probably want to talk to a lawyer. First one, if you've been arrested or have had some type of run in with the law, you definitely don't want to assume that your innocence will be enough to get you through the process without talking to an attorney. Um, when you find out that you're the subject of an investigation or you've been arrested, you definitely don't want to say anything until you talk to a lawyer because what you say can hurt yourself in a future case against you. Keep in mind, investigators, detectives, police officers are very skilled at eliciting information, and sometimes or many times this information will be used against you later in a proceeding. Always, if you are arrested or if you're part of a criminal investigation, talk to a lawyer first before you talk to anyone else. Number two, if you're involved in a serious traffic accident, before you talk to the other party or the other party's insurance company or anyone for that matter, you may want to call a lawyer if you have one on hand, or if you don't know a lawyer to talk to, try to get a referral if you can. Here's why: because if you talk to the other party's insurance company without talking to a lawyer, that could potentially hurt your claim down the road. Or the opposite could happen. If you're responsible for the accident and you talk to an insurance company or insurance representative, you can make a statement that's going to further hurt your defense to a claim down the road. Also, you could find out later down the road that you're injured, seriously injured, and you may have settled your claim with the insurance company right away, only to find out that you have no way of trying to pay for your future medical bills from an injury that was kind of latent at the time, but then later surfaced thereafter. Always talk to a lawyer if you're in a serious accident and there's injuries. Number three, if you have kids but you don't have any type of estate plan or will in place, you definitely want to talk to a lawyer about getting a will done. There's sites out there where you can do a will by yourself, but I caution against that. Here's why. Many times you may not know this, but if something happens to you where you become incompetent or incapacitated and you don't have the appropriate documents in place, well, and if you have minor children, well, you may not have a say in who is going to care for your children until you reach competency again, or God forbid you don't become competent again, and someone who you had no plan on raising your kids is raising your children. Also, if you have substantial assets, you want to be able to direct how those assets are passed down in the event that uh, you were to pass. So keep in mind, if you have kids, you got to have an estate plan or some type of will in place. Talk to a lawyer. Number four, if you are contemplating bankruptcy. Well, bankruptcy is a big decision. Bankruptcy laws are very complex, but at the same time, bankruptcy laws can give you a lot of protection against creditors. But it can be very tedious going through the bankruptcy process. And if you don't do everything correctly, a debt that you wanted to discharge in bankruptcy may be left out. And the whole purpose of filing bankruptcy may have been negated because of that. So always talk to an attorney if you're contemplating filing bankruptcy. And last but not least, you definitely want to talk to a lawyer if you're contemplating getting divorced. Some people try to go it alone, but I always caution against this, and here's why. Number one, divorce proceedings are very emotional procedures, and it's hard to really get an impartial view of what's going on when you're so emotionally attached to the situation. I mean, it may seem like it's a simple process, but when you're so checked into the case and you're emotionally involved in the case, it's hard to have a impartial. It's hard to get an impartial view of what's going on. So it's good to have a lawyer to advocate on your behalf, or at the very least, at least to consult you in the beginning, to advise you on the whole process and what to expect and what not to expect. Again, there's some situations that you could do it alone without getting a lawyer, but there's those situations where you probably want to call a lawyer at least in the beginning, to get the some information regarding the case. Let's go over those really quick. One, if you've been arrested or had a run-in with the law. Two, if you've been involved in a serious car accident. Three, if you have kids but don't have any type of estate plan. Four, if you're contemplating filing bankruptcy. And the fifth reason that you definitely want to call a lawyer is if you're contemplating getting divorced. Again, this is Sean Smith from Teach Legal and the Smith Law Firm, and I'll talk to you again next time.